5 things we learned Saturday about USC football's head coach candidates. 1. Dave Aranda has built Baylor with a backbone. USC fans looking to evaluate Baylor head coach Dave Aranda couldn't have asked for an opportunity more rich and emotionally stirring than Saturday's game against Steve Sarkisian's Texas Longhorns. Sark hasn't been USC's coach for more than 6 years now, but his name remains a trigger from the Trojans campus to the South Bay to Orange County. How many cardinal-and-gold diehards knew who Aranda was until this season? Hard to say. But the Bears have been so surprisingly impressive that Aranda, the former Louisiana State and Wisconsin defensive coordinator, has risen to the top of my latest USC coaching search heat check released Friday. It's time for all of us to get better acquainted with a native Southern Californian. Baylor entered Saturday ranked 16th, with solid wins over Iowa State and Brigham Young and a respectable road defeat at Oklahoma State by 10 points. Texas is always the biggest game on the schedule for Baylor, so among Aranda's constituents the Longhorns' 3 losses were meaningless. Saturday in Waco, Texas, Baylor may as well have been hosting Alabama. The Longhorns took a 21-10 lead early in the third quarter, and the doubts began to creep in. Aranda is only in his 2nd season as a head coach, so he's too green for a blue blood like USC. And he can't even beat Sark? Well, Baylor rallied to win the game 31-24. The Bears are in the top 15 and have a great chance to play in the Big 12 championship game. Here are 2 things to file away about Baylor's win over Texas that reflect well on Aranda's acumen. First, the Bears held Texas running back Bijan Robinson, who entered the game as a fringe Heisman Trophy candidate, to 17 carries for 43 yards. Second, in the offseason, Aranda converted a starting linebacker, Abram Smith, to running back. Smith carried 20 times for 113 yards and a touchdown, and his absence hasn't seemed to affect the defense all season. Smith has been Baylor's bell cow, and he is a reflection of Aranda's ability to take a roster that isn't loaded with 4- and 5-star players and get the pieces in the right places. If he takes over at USC, he won't need to move any linebackers to running back at Tailback U. Baylor has won in the way USC fans say they'd like to see at the Coliseum, with a dependable defense and a mean run game.